leave him out of there.
Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started with my lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that do this work in truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video will be edifying and to the point. All right. And I want to get into the topic of, all right, World War III. All right, in the draft. Okay, and I'm gonna put a video in the beginning of this this lesson. All right, and it's basically, all right, showing, all right, the United States soldiers, all right, getting ready to be deployed, all right, into Iran. All right, boots on the ground over there. All right, and also there was a bill, okay, that was just passed, all right, which I believe from the ages of 18 to 26, all right, yeah, from the ages of 18 to 26, all right, you know, if you fall into that age bracket, all right, you're basically going to be automatically registered, all right, if it comes down to them having to recruit anybody to be into the war, you know. So, you know, it's getting real serious, man. You know, all of these things, all right, are according to prophecy, man. All right, because those soldiers that are about to head out there, they're not coming back home. All right, they're not coming back home. All right, and I had a conversation, all right, with my brother. All right, because my brother is in the army. All right, my youngest brother. But the brother that I spoke to recently is my older brother. And, you know, he was telling me about how things are getting, you know, ugly out here. And I was like, yeah, man, it's going to get real ugly out here. You know, it's going to get real bad, you know. And like I said, my brother, he was in the military. He was in the Navy. And thankfully, he got out of there, you know, because if he hadn't, all right, then he would possibly be fighting the Lord. All right, he would be, you know, a part of that that great judgment. All right, that's going to happen out there, you know. So that's just how it is, man. All right, you know, however you feel about it, you know, if you got people, all right, that are in the army, man. All right, they're not coming back. If you have sons and daughters, all right, they're in the military, they're not coming back. All right. So let me grab this real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and 33. And it says, the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. So, all right, during the time of World War III, a lot of these, again, like I said, these soldiers that go out here to the battle, it's going to be going out here being deployed to the war, all right? All right, these women are going to become widows, man. All right, and nobody's going to be able to aid them in their defense. So that's why they're going to mourn, all right, because of the fear of what's to come, all right. So it says, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things, and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. All right, so in the wars, man, these race wars, all right, these wars that is going to even happen on the shores of America, all right, these sleeper cells here, all right, that they keep on talking about, that keep on bringing in the news. Like Trump said, there's going to be casualties. There's going to be casualties, but that's the circumstances of war. You know how he talks. All right. So this guy, man, he doesn't care about, you know, the average Joe. All right. Why? Because he has a bunker somewhere. All right, to where he can go and, you know, be safe with his family. All right. He doesn't care about the people, and the people starting to understand and realize that, man. All right. These people they really voted for this guy because they thought that he wasn't going to bring any more wars. You know, that was part of his campaign, was to stop war. But yet here it is that we're going into one, man. But hey, that's prophecy. All right. And had you known these things, or hadn't the people listened to the prophets, all right, starting with our elders and our apostles, all right, they would have known these things, man. All right, but they disregarded the words of the prophets, man. So guess what? The Lord is going to destroy a lot of these people in their security, man. All right. That's why it's going to be a crying for wine in the streets, man, because when all hell breaks loose, when the Lord really turns up these things, man, it's going to be a sight to see. All right. So let's continue. All right. I'm going to go to Isaiah 34. All right. And 1. All right. And this is basically the judgment of Edom. All right. And the judgment of Babylon the Great. All right. That great sacrifice, which is Babylon the Great. All right. So, you know, with everything that's going to be happening, all right, the major death, all right, the Lord is basically preparing the altar, all right, and the altar being, all right, Babylon, the ground, America, all right, and the people are going to be the sacrifice, man, all right, because like every, there's a quote that says, I don't know if it's a quote or it's a saying, let's say, you know, basically after war, there's peace, man. Okay, after war, there's peace. So what's coming is peace forever. All right, there's going to be peace forever. All right, so if there's going to be peace forever after this, all right, the Prince of Peace is coming to bring peace upon the earth. That means that before that peace comes, all right, there's going to be great judgment, all right, great death. All right, that's the balance. Like the scriptures say, the just balance is the Lord's delight, man. So there's going to be great, all right, judgment, man. So let me read this again. Like I said, Isaiah 34 and 1, and it says, come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. All right, so the Lord is saying, all right, you know, get ready to see the judgments that are going to be coming upon the earth, man. All right, because that's what's going to happen. The whole world is going to see and feel the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, the pestilence, the disease, all right, the controversy, the confusion, all of that. Verse 2, it says, for the indignation, all right, righteous anger of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all the armies. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter. All right. So the Lord is basically going to destroy, all right, all these nations, all right, upon his return in the midst of World War III and all of these calamities and things happening at once. Okay. That's why in the scriptures it says that the Lord is coming, all right, with many crowns on his head. All right. Speaks about that. All right. And those crowns represent, all right, all the crowns, all right, of these superpowers and their leaders. All right. He's coming to be, all right, he's coming to be establish his kingdom. All right. Or his new world order. All right. His order, his structure on the earth. All right. In righteousness. Okay. Verse 3, it says, their slain also shall be cast out. And it says, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall melt, Shalakia, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. So, this is poetically saying that, there's going to be, many bodies that are upon, all right, the earth. All right, there's going to be many bodies, all right, and carcasses in the earth that many people are going to be dead without being buried, man, pretty much during this war, all right, during the judgment of the Lord. All right, and like I said before, all right, the earth being the altar, primarily Babylon the Great, all right, and the people being the sacrifice. So great judgment, all right, is coming, all right, to Babylon the Great. All right, it's going to be destroyed, all right, by those thermonuclear missiles. All right, just like, all right, in the when you do a sacrifice, man. All right, so that's what the Lord is going to do here, man. All right, he's going to, all right, destroy this place. All right, and it's going to be as a remembrance. All right, what is that? A landmark. All right, of how not to be, man. So that's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to get into. All right, it's pretty much about the draft. All right, and about how, all right, this is going to lead, all right, to World War III. But, Lord willing, all right, this video was edifying. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that do this work in truth and sincerity. Until the next time, Lord willing, Shalom.